I'm Kipley Brown.
And I'm Matthew Harris. Here's our top story. On Wednesday, Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan told an Ohio audience that China is treating President Obama like a doormat. To make matters worse, when you flip the doormat over, it says, "Made in China."
Before getting into politics, Paul Ryan was almost a pro skier. But now that he's on a ticket with Mitt Romney, he'll finally find out what it's like to go downhill fast.
Bill Clinton was reunited with a 14-year-old Ugandan boy who was named after him. Commented Clinton,
"I'm so proud of that young man. We had lunch and he spent the entire time hitting on the waitress." That's my boy.
Coming up soon, Fox will launch a Spanish language network called Mundo Fox. Fox will launch this network with a flagship show called Speak English Now, You're in America.
A teenage competitor in the National Scrabble tournament was disqualified for cheating by palming blank tiles, said the player.
"Oh, great. Now how am I going to pick up any ladies? I'll never get any T or any A. Love A."
Helen Gurley Brown, the legendary publisher of Cosmopolitan magazine, died Monday at age 90. The good news is she finally found a surefire way to lose those extra 10 pounds. And keep them off.
I'll have to give that a try. Oh, never mind. The Russian all-female punk rock band Pussy Riot was sentenced to 2 years in prison for a profane and blasphemous performance. And yet, Yakov Smirnoff walks free.
And now where hard news meets Hollywood, here with the entertainment news is host of Jersey Shore After Hours, our own Amy Paffrath.
Hello. Gwen Stefani says balancing work and family is the hardest thing she's ever done. And Gwen Stefani's full-time nanny, housekeeper, personal assistant, and manager say balancing Gwen's work and family is the hardest thing they've ever done.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you wanna have...
That was better than the joke, wasn't it? It was a good joke. I love the joke. More jokes. Neither Kristen Stewart nor Robert Pattinson is scheduled to appear at September's MTV Video Music Awards. Added Pattinson.
"If you want to watch an awkward scene between me and Kristen now, you'll have to watch a Twilight movie."
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you wanna have fun and do...
Team Jacob. Limp Bizkit guitarist Wes Borland says the group is working on a new album. They're also working on finding more than 3 Limp Bizkit fans.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you wanna have fun and do...
And finally, Steve Martin turned 67 on Tuesday, which means that in just 3 years, he'll finally be as old as he's always looked.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you wanna have fun and do something, if you wanna have fun and do something. Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you wanna have fun.
Thank you, Amy. Airlines in Australia have instituted a rule that adult men may not sit next to unaccompanied children because the men could be pedophiles. Australian men were going to complain until they realized they don't have to sit next to children on planes.
7 students in New Jersey won a $500,000 settlement after suing the school district for forcing them to eat off the floor, said one of the students.
Yeah, well, the settlement would have been bigger too, except the floor is actually the cleanest place to eat in the state of New Jersey.
A recent study has found that nearly half of American teens have engaged in oral sex. On the plus side, they're finally putting something in their mouths that doesn't cause type 2 diabetes.
I'll have to give that a try. A A Muslim woman is suing Disneyland over the right to wear a headscarf at work. Explained the woman.
Disney is such a terrible company. They expect me not to wear my headscarf at work, but they let ducks walk around without pants on.
It really is unfair. The co-founder of the company that makes Crocs was arrested over the weekend and charged with driving under the influence. Police have yet to charge him with crimes against fashion.
Mixed martial artist Jason Mayhem Miller was arrested Monday after breaking into a church and setting off fire extinguishers while in the nude. Police say none of this would have happened if his name was Jason Quiet Evening at Home Miller.
The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation hosted a fair to encourage people to invent a better toilet. Commented a hipster.
Yeah, okay, good luck with that, Bill Gates Foundation, but I'm gonna wait for the Apple version. Pinch and zoom.
On Wednesday, a judge in Pennsylvania upheld the state's controversial new voter ID law.
And here to discuss the decision is Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett.
Great to be here, Matt, Kip.
Governor Corbett, I was lost in your eyes. How do you respond to criticism that the voter ID law is unnecessary as there's no evidence of voter fraud in Pennsylvania?
We have a saying in Pennsylvania that just because a problem doesn't exist doesn't mean you can't solve it. That's why I proposed a series of exciting new possible legislations. For example, the Bigfoot Food Protection Act.
I'm sorry, did you say Bigfoot?
Well, should the Sasquatch exist, and should he prove delicious, Americans should be protected.
No, I can see nobody wants tainted wood ape.
I'm glad you agree, Matt. That's why I think you're going to be excited about this next piece of speculative legislation, the Protection of Baptism Act.
Okay, what do you need to protect baptism from?
We can't have people just baptizing whatever they want. Laptop, step ladders, pieces of fruit.
I don't think that's really going to be a problem.
All right, are you saying that you're fine if someone were to baptize this banana?
I would
this
not.
godless banana?
No, I would not be fine with that. No, you can't do that. I'm sorry, we're lost in the moment.
That's okay.
He just threw a banana at me, that's all.
Right, well...
Well, I can also let you know that I have another piece of legislation lined up. This one is for health care, because under our current healthcare system, you have to wait to get sick before you get to take any drugs. In my system, you wake up every morning, you take a handful of pills, and then you just go about your day.
That was a lot of pills.
Yes, it was. But you know what? Nothing is too much for a problem that might possibly exist. Whoa, whoa! I think most of those were boner pills. I'm gonna go before I get arrested.
Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett, everybody.
And finally, Ron Palillo, who played Horshack in the 70s hit Welcome Back, Kotter, died Tuesday at the age of 63.
32 years after his career did. For Top Story Weekly, I'm Matthew Harris.
I'm Kimberly Brown. We're going to hell.
We'll see you next